So there seems to be a lack of reviews or quality reviews on these basses. This is an 84 Peavey Foundation, made in USA. This is an earlier model. They started in 83 and went through the early 2000s. I think there were some different variations of it. In the later models they had the Foundation S and then the Foundation 2000, and I think they made I don't know if all the Foundation S models were active or not, but I know there was an active model, but it had the P and the J pickup that were not the Super Ferrites. I think around 93 or 94 they moved to a different pickup that are not Super Ferrites. I love these pickups. These are great. So yeah, I'm going to try to play a little bit, let you hear how it sounds through an all Peavey rig. We've got the Peavey Max Preamp, which was modded by John Fields at Peavey to add that little guy. It's a master volume. One thing I thought was weird about these, they sound awesome to me. Maybe you like them, maybe you don't, but what I thought was weird is you had there's your pre-gain, there's your post-gain. For the tube side, the solid state side has a pre-gain and a post-gain, and then there's a blend. But even when you blend it, you can still control the volume individually. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's, I don't know, I'm not an engineer or anything like that, but I thought it was weird that, you know, you could kick the blend over, but you could still individually adjust the volume. So my thought was, leave the blend at 12 o'clock, set the volume how you want, and then control it with a master volume. It works pretty good for me. I dig it. Peavey 500 in bridge mode, running 500 watts through Peavey TVX 412. There's a rat nest of wires on my pedal board right now. I don't want to show you that too much, but maybe we'll get into that in a minute. For the purposes of this demo, I'm just going to run direct, maybe with a little compression, but nothing real fancy. So yeah, we'll hook it up, see how it does. So this is the 1984 Peavey Foundation. She's got some dings and some fingerprints, but she's a workhorse and she's a Peavey, so that doesn't matter a whole lot to me. So we're going into the Max Preamp. We're playing through the tube side first. Everything is set at noon. We're running through the TVX 412. Through the microphone is a AKG D112. We also have a direct signal, and I'll try to go back and forth a little bit between the two. So to start with, on the tube side, we're going to do just the neck pickup, tone all the way up, and it sounds like this. I really like the neck pickup on these. It's got that P bass growl, but it's just a touch more than what you get out of a P bass, at least to my ears. I don't own a P bass, but from what I've heard. So just the bridge pickup, which to me is a little Rickenbackerish, if that's a word, but it sounds like this. And both together, which is how I normally play it. The tone knob, when you roll it all the way down, it's kind of like a bass boost to my ears. This is what it sounds like, both pickups, tone rolled all the way off. pretty good. I prefer it rolled all the way up though. So if I can reach the amp, we'll switch over to the solid state side. And settings are pre and post are at noon. Low and high shelving are at noon. Graphic EQ is boosted just a very tiny bit on everything except for 250, which I've cut because for whatever reason it sounds weird to me. It's kind of honky and don't really like it. So we'll do the same thing. Start with the neck pickup on the solid state side. Sounds like this. Pardon my flub there, but you get the idea. All right, bridge pickup. Obviously, it doesn't have that tube growl, which is why when I play it, I combine both. And we'll do the same thing. Just the neck, tube, and solid state channels on the Max Pre combined. I guess you probably noticed I'm a pick player. Well, there you are. I'm a pick player. So for the purposes of this demonstration, there won't be any finger style or slap style because honestly, I can't do it. I learned to play guitar when I was 10 or 11 with a pick. I got a bass when I was probably 13 or 14 and I played it with a pick. Got a drum set that I begged for the whole time as a kid when I was about 16. And I played drums from then until now. But about 2007, local band needed a bass player, so I picked up a bass again, and I also picked up a pick. So if you're expecting all the finger diddlies and whatnot, not going to happen today. But where were we? Bridge pickup, tube and solid state channels combined. And again, how I always play it, both pickups wide open, tone rolled all the way up. And generally what I do, this is not what you have to do, but what I do in my little signal chain here is I have a Sans amp. And I don't blend it a lot, just enough to kind of scoop it, I guess is the word. I don't know, tighten it up. I don't know what the proper terminology is for it, but you get a little bit of that Sans amp, but without totally covering up the sound of the amp. And we'll start again, neck pickup. Tone all the way up. Sounds like this. and the bridge. I also turned the drive up probably about halfway on the Sans Amp just to give it a little more grit. That's just my style. Let's do it with the tone rolled all the way off. Nah. Tone all the way up is where it's at. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to get really crazy, you can do what I did. I bought an Amp Tweaker Type Metal Junior bass pedal, and I tied that into an Electro Harmonix bass clone. And I've got them run AB, so my dirty signal is separate from the Sans Amp signal. And when you get those together, it sounds pretty crazy. Check this out. Obviously, that's not something I use all the time, but it's some nice color for slower parts when you're just going. Just sounds really cool to me. That's Peter Steele inspired. I borrowed that one, although he was using a Boss DS1, I think, which I never could. I tried one. I've got one right over there, and I never could get it to sound the same way, but pretty happy with where I'm at right now. Another cool thing you can do, sorry, I'm getting way off topic here, but check this out. Oh, wrong channel. I just love that pick scratch. But yeah, for 250 bucks, man, you can't beat this with a stick. And it's a passive bass. I've also got a Dynabass, but I never used the active on it. I think the Dynabass was made of alder. The older model foundations are Southern Ash, whatever Southern Ash is, I don't know. I've heard of ash body guitars, but never Southern Ash. I guess that was just a Peavey thing. But they sound great, they play great, a little weighty, probably nothing like a T60, but I think you can get just about any sound you want out of it. I mean, let's turn the Sans Amp off. And for schnitz and schniggles, pull a Warren Hewart. Turn the compressor on, and this is just the neck. So yeah, I have 3 of these so far, plus the Dynabass. I got this one for $249. I have a Frost Blue one that I got for $250, and I have a Tobacco Burst one that I got with the case. The Frost Blue one had the case also for $250. So yeah, I mean $250, $300 max. You can get one of these, American made, quality bass that'll sound as mean as you want it to, with a little tweaking and maybe a little Sans Amp. So yeah, that's it. If I drive up the price of these, sorry. And don't make fun of me too bad, because I've never done this before. So Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.